It's whatever. So if we get to see that style extrapolated into threes, it's kind of like that South American style of play where they just go for everything and they literally do not care. So this should be a very fun matchup to watch. It's going to be Obama Self, Brody, and of course Taco Stash for Wet Esports right now. Origin Gaming 2 is Puggy, Ducky G, and Toast. We're going to be seeing it right now as Ducky G looking for the air dribble over the top. Obama Self going to get a clear out, and Toast is actually going to take it away from Pokey. You talk about that chaotic neutral that Origin Gaming 2 brings. We're already seeing it.
Yeah, you're going to see it a lot. That is not the only time that you're going to see play like that as they are continuing to kind of open up. But I think the really wonderful thing about these players is because, you know, they're so gifted individually, and I think they really like their comms are just vibing. They are vibing out. They are, you know, sometimes they're not even talking about the game. I was talking to one of their players and it's like, no, we're just playing. Like, we'll make some adjustments and be like, oh, they'll adjust to like specific players on the other team, but they're not really too concerned. They're like, whatever happens, happens. You know, we're here, we're trying to have fun. You know, they'll admit that, like, oh, we were trying to go for points here. Like, we were like, oh, dime me up. Like, you know, like, hit me, I'm over here. Like, I'm going to pre-jump this fast. Like, that is the level of comms that they're having. So for other teams, they can get frustrated with that kind of look here. Wonderful shot here from Wet. But, you know, this retooled Wet Scrogen, like, you know, they have the ability to be able to take this kind of team on, but it is definitely frustrating for teams that are not used to this style of play.
Yeah, and we're seeing it kind of come out right now as Origin Gaming 2 just being locked into their own half. But Toast going to make a great glancing blow touch in the pass down to Ducky G. Does the shot have enough pace? No, but it's a triple commit on the defensive end. This might be an open net. Can Obama get to this? No, Toast isn't able to connect with a shot. And honestly, right there, Wet gets bailed out. That probably should have been the first goal in favor of Origin Gaming 2.
Yeah, that was a, you know, three-pronged attack right there. And, you know, they had Wet kind of exactly where they wanted them on that attack, kind of tucked in on that back line. They had so much room to operate, but unfortunately weren't able to find the opening that they were looking for. But we're going to see a ton of that. I think Wet is going to be forced to make a few saves like that during this series, but so far holding out strong here.
Yep, there's going to be another save from Ducky G, just kind of poking that over to Poke. No pun intended. I definitely didn't mean that one. As the catch coming out, it's going to be taken over to the side. Taco Stash not able to make the touch, but Obama Self going to get it clear here. And a pre-jump, but not able to get it through Ducky G, who's going to have a secondary looking towards the midfield. And the backside demo is going to clear up a ton of space. But Pokey is instead going to just loft this one up high, and it's going to be a change of possession right on back. The pass over to the side. Taco Stash up on this one. Has a flip reset. He uses it. The pass across the box. It's a double commit. But somehow, someway, Toast is going to get this one massively cleared downfield. It's a huge play, and this is just back and forth the entire time. Some scrambling defense, some fantastic offense, and nothing has found the back of the net.
Yeah, it's kind of nice when you have these teams that, you know, when you have a 0-0 scoreline, sometimes you unfortunately suffer the nothing really exciting is going on, but we're actually seeing some really potent offense for both sides. Both of them have had some opportunities, and defensively, they've been in position. They've, you know, had to make some very scary saves, but have been up to the task so far. Minute 30 left. Who can win this last bit of time, or are we going to see an overtime here?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised to see an overtime in game number one as these teams continue to feel each other out. We're seeing a lot of like little doink midfield passes from Origin Gaming 2. It's one of my favorite things to see at this level of Rocket League is when you're consistently looking to your teammates for clears to be able to get the ball further downfield. It's been working out great as the double commit comes out right there. Obama Self going to play that over the top. It's going to be over Toast, and nobody can get to that one. Brody is going to dust every single defensive player in the lobby and get Wet Esports up 1-0.
Yeah, absolutely, and that was just, no one got there quick enough. It's a super tough spot if that backboard player isn't able to get that clearance, because, you know, if you're in ball cam and you're on the goal line, you're trying to figure out where the ball is, and then you're also having to figure out where the shot is coming from. It's a little bit disorienting if you're not prepared for it. I think they do get caught here, but it's only 1-0 Origin Gaming 2. I think they feel okay about any, you know, percentage chance that they'll come back in this one.
Yeah, I don't think they're worried. Like you said, their comms are a vibe as Dougie G and Toast are both up. The bump attempt coming up from Toast, not able to find it. And the 50-50 going to go in favor of Brody right now. It's just mayhem right now in the midfield, but the pass out to Taco Stash, going to kick it off the sidewall. Toast is going to cut off his teammate there. And then we have a pinch attempt coming off the side. The double commits are running abound currently, but Origin Gaming 2 at least keeping the ball out of the back of the net. We're going to see what's going on with 20 seconds left with Ducky G on the ball.
He has a little bit of room to work with. Gonna actually end up in a 1v1 situation. Needs a little bit of help from Toast, but unfortunately not going to put all of their marbles into that attack. Last look here, only about 5 seconds left. They're going to have to go to the air for this one. Ducky G will have to leave it for a teammate. Poke will send it through, and I don't think they're going to get another clean look. Toast can't quite keep it up. Wet Esports will outlast the opposition here and take it 1-0.
I mean, that's about as close as it gets, right? You kind of see the scrambly, kind of freestyle Origin Gaming 2 team that we expected to come out and see. They had a couple of really good opportunities. The one that literally was just listfully falling in front of the net really comes to mind as an opportunity that was missed for this team. And with Wet Esports only getting one on the board on 7 shots, even though Origin was scrambling, they were finding themselves in positions to at least make saves. Now, you can't continue that over a 5-game series and expect to be successful. But I think at least for a couple games, maybe it'll outlast them and allow them some confidence to build themselves back into the series.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one of the strengths here for Origin Gaming 2 is I think because I feel like all the players start to really hone in on specific players. I think they really hone in on, the play styles of individuals on the other team. They're going to start to make some adjustments, and you're going to start seeing them pre-jump passes. You're going to see them pre-jump possessions and be like, oh, this player typically does this. I'm going to just try and throw this at them. And it's that when they get really, really dangerous, where they start doing things and, the opposition's like, what is going on? Like, why are they why are they here? Like, why are they in this position? It's that frustration that kind of happens here. So I would love if we could get just anytime we're like casting for Origin Gaming 2, just a bingo card of things that casters are going to say. It's like, oh, triple commit here. Oh, why are both of those players up for that? Like, it's just going to continue to happen, but they really have that identity. They have that play style, and they love doing it. So they're going to keep on playing strong. They're going to continue to adapt, and Wet Esports will hopefully outlast them, at least if you're a fan of Wet.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's really going to come down to as the offensive onslaught continues right now from Wet Esports. Already 2 shots on the board in the first 30 seconds as that reset for Toast almost gets him a 50-50. Unfortunately, not going to fall their way. Taco Stash going to clear this back off the back. Toast going to cut off Ducky G in the midfield looking for the air dribble, not able to find it. Going to be put Poke in a bit of an awkward position. Actually can't make a touch with the ball. So it's going to be up to Ducky G. Takes the 50, no boost to their name whatsoever. Too strong of a cross, however. And Poke, once again, not going to be able to make contact with the ball. This is going to be a great pass. But the bump coming out from the other side, just allowing a split second of breathing room right now for Origin Gaming 2, who's getting this back to the midfield. Poke already up, going to get dusted by Brody. This might be an open net if they can get back to it. Unfortunately, not enough boost as Ducky G swings this pass and is looking for a double of their own.
Yeah, and I think this is a wonderful style of play for Wet Esports. I think they're really focusing on, kind of limiting the boost grabs. And, for a team that really likes to get down the field, up in the air, kind of sending the ball with that boom and chase kind of style, when they have, limited boost amounts, they really have to pick their moments. And if they pick wrong, which, they're more often to just go than not, you could really catch them out here. So I think this is, Wet is making a good adjustment here. It's, they're getting a little bit of results here. Haven't been able to break through, but I like this kind of decision making that they're opting to go for the boost, really keep them grounded here, because it's one of the strengths of this Origin Gaming side.
It certainly is, as we see another air dribble coming out. No boost to the name as Toast gets a touch over the top. Not going to be able to find a second. And right now, we're not seeing those progressive clears that we were seeing before from Origin Gaming 2. They're not finding each other. They're just blasting the ball downfield and not holding on to possession. Is Ducky G going to take another 50 with Taco? This might actually be a possession to be held right here as Toast has a reset on this, gets back to it, gets it over the top of one, but Taco Stash does a phenomenal job of getting that ball twice. And now Brody's up for the shot. Are they going to be in position for this? Yes, they are. Ducky G going to get that one away. Half a game left, still notched up at 0-0, and it looks a lot like game number 1 Cobra.
Yeah, and I'm really liking this style of game. Like, even though, we're kind of lauding both of the offensive prowesses of both of these teams, right? We know what they're capable of. Obviously, Wet Esports defending champions, retooled slightly, but they still have that pedigree there. And Origin Gaming is such a fun squad to watch. It is a unique style of Rocket League that they're playing, and yet the defense is the talking point here. Both of these defensives have covered for each other. They've been able to do so much work as Brody, again, goal line save, keeping the score equal. And as we get through these games, we might just get 1-0s all the way through here.
I would not be surprised to see it right now, as it's not a great touch, but nobody in position to take advantage of that on the Wet Esports side probably thought they were going to go ahead and make it up. Toast with a huge dunk, but Brody able to get that one away. Is Pokey going to get this to the midfield? Toast just going to clear that one out. It's going to be a race to the ball. That Taco Stash is going to lose to Toast, who pre-jumped him again. Why is he there? It's one of those things, once again, and the pitch and tip not going to work out.
Wow.
That leads to an open net because all 3 members of Origin Gaming are on the backboard, and it's going to go in fairly easily right there, as Obama self is going to get one in.
It works until it doesn't, right? It's working. There's so many things like, why you're there, oh, it works. And then all of a sudden you have 3 players all facing towards each other, like basically like almost in a group huddle in the corner. You're like, okay, so that could be some of the downsides here, but they're looking to get a transition goal here. Taco Stash been so reliable on that back line, really just covering some of those maybe defensive lapses here. Brody gonna be tested here. Good touch off the back wall, and for a minute they have to hold on. Origin Gaming, they're really not a squad that likes to be held to 0 goals, so I'm sure they're gonna try and find a way through. I think they're gonna send the house here.
Yeah, they're going to have to. I mean, when you're going against the king, you best not miss. Wet Esports, of course, the champions from the last Invitational. They want to come out and make a statement to Origin Gaming 2, as this one is on target, and Brody's going to get it away once again. The defensive rotation right now for Wet Esports, even though they're slightly boost starved, having to kind of leak out 4 boosts, has been so solid that it's just one of those things where when do you get your chance to break them? 4 shots, all 4 saves being made by Wet Esports, and I'm going to be honest with you, it seems like a quantity over quality situation, because I don't think they've been scrambling on any of those saves, and they're staring down the barrel of an open net again, and they're going to break open the scoring with 11 to go, and that might be the straw that breaks the camel's back.
Yeah, I think you're kind of right in terms of the quality versus quality, and something that I always talk about is, like, they are not so reliant on boost to keep up with the other team. I think they're doing a good job of kind of managing their boost, but their positioning is so great, because you can make a save with limited amounts of boost in the right position, but if you have 100 boost and you're in the wrong position, it's not going to help you. It can't save you from being poorly positioned. But right now, time will run out. They're going to try and do something at 0 seconds, but unfortunately, it will not change the score line here for Origin Gaming 2. Wet Esports take their 2nd game of the series, putting themselves on match point.
Well, I mean, Wet Esports coming out and doing what the defending champion is supposed to do, right? You go against an undefeated team, a little bit scrappier, a little bit of a different style, and Wet Esports is coming out and not necessarily taking it to them. You see the shot disparity on your screen, 6-5 that game, but Wet Esports is winning the quality shot matchup for certain, and it's just one of those things where Origin Gaming 2 is going to have to find a way to get some midfield passes. And as much as I hate to say it, because it is their identity just to vibe it out and have fun with it, they got to clean up those triples. We can't have 3 people occupying the same space, because Wet Esports will take advantage of that every single time.
Yeah, and that's all great. That is a great plan. It's not going to happen. They're not going to do that. But here's what they can do. I think something that they really need to do is they need to disrupt Wet Esports by demolitions. They need to actually go after some of these players, because it's one of those things where the playstyle is just so ingrained. They're not going to be like, let's not like all go for these plays. They're going to do it regardless. But what I do think they could do is like they could start to get really aggressive on the players and start disrupting their rotations, which have been almost perfect here. They have not given up a goal. We're in perfect sweep territory. I don't want to, like, you know, it's kind of like baseball. You don't want to talk about the perfect game or the no-hitter until it really happens. But that's where we're at right now. And I don't think Origin really want to go down like that. So I think they have to, start going at that third man, because they're down there anyway. They're going to be around, and I think they need a bump. They need a demo to at least open up some space.
Yeah, and we're going to see if it happens here. Of course, you just caster cursed it, so it's 100% guaranteed that Origin Gaming 2 is going to find a goal at some point.
Yeah.
Oh, the bump coming out, and Ducky G somehow stays grounded. That's a magnificent play to start this off. The flick coming out, not enough sauce on that one. Needs a little bit more mustard. Great back pass over to Ducky G. We're actually seeing a little bit more clean rotation coming out from Origin Gaming 2 right now. They're leaving that third back just a little bit. You see Toast in a nice position, able to cut off that pass, able to take it into an air dribble of their own down the pitch, gets a bump on one, gets a touch over to the side. It's going to be just off target, and I'm really liking what I'm seeing right now from Origin 2.
Yeah, absolutely. I think maybe something that they're leaning into is really trusting, one player to beat multiple defenders, trusting that individual play, and instead of maybe pre-jumping it, waiting that extra second to see what they do and then going for it. I think that's going to work wonders for them. As you can see, Wet Esports already having, to deal with that. They're still battling through, but, all these players on Origin are super talented. They can all take over a game when called upon. It's just finding those opportunities to do so.
Yeah, a little bit of discombobulation on the offensive side right now for Wet Esports. They're not really able to get anything cohesive as the ball is just keep getting passed in the midfield to each other. This is actually a skied pass, and Ducky G was waiting on it. It's a very difficult angle to ring that off the ceiling. I don't blame him one bit, and Ducky's gonna have to get back to this, and they do. And Pokey turning early here, not able to get that challenge. Might open up a little bit of that backside as Ducky G gonna get a soft touch down the pitch. Pokey trying to interrupt, as that's a 50-50 going basically towards the net. Ducky G going to be able to hold on to this one, but with limited boost, it's going to be hard to continue that possession as Taco Stash going to backflip this one up. Pokey going to get a catch. Not the touch they're exactly looking for. As Toast is there. There's that disruption that you were talking about earlier, Cobra, but it's not going to pay off as they try to hold on to possession.
Yeah, I think they have to keep doing that. They really have to make these Wet Esports players afraid of that. Because if they don't kind of try and condition that into the opponents, I don't think they're going to get any space. But again, we're loving some of the adjustments that both of these teams are making. And, again, we're in this 0-0 contest here. And, for as much as we've talked about Origin Gaming's, play style, it's kind of amazing that they're able to keep these games low. For the amount of double, triple commits that they're able to come back from. Double available here. Taco Stash. Oh, the play off the top. We'll keep it at 0. 2 minutes left to play, and Origin Gaming sticking around here. They're staying alive. It'll be Poke to put it through.
And it's another whip off the sidewall, looking for the cherry pick once again. Poke does a great job of clearing that, but it's going to be down to one person in the backfield. It's going to be a double committed between Poke and Ducky G. We're going to see Obama Self not able to make the read. Unfortunately, Toast skies this one. He does get the mid boost, but it doesn't matter because possession is gone, and that was an opportunity where we saw Wet Esports scrambling back, and it unfortunately just doesn't end up working out for Origin. They need to hold on to possession. They need to find a way to break down the offense entirely, and having a ball in front of your box isn't exactly the way to do that. Is Taco Stash going to keep this, of course, into the purple half?
Oh, that's it. That is it, Origin Gaming. Unfortunately, time kind of running out here. Taco Stash, look at the multiple touches there. Actually, almost confused Brody there, as Brody was actually already up in the air, but it'll be Obama to put it through. 1-0, a minute and 15 left.
Yeah, you know what? It's one of those things where, okay, 2-0. That was quick.
What were you about to say? You had some wonderful analysis that I knew was coming up.
Yeah, it's all gone. It's all gone. With the stroke of Taco Stash, it is now gone. 2-0. I was about to say, the defensive, the one thing that I haven't seen from Origin Gaming is the sheer fact that they haven't been able to get those team clears out. Oh my God. Wow. Hey, yo.
Hey.
I'm broken. I'm broken.
Yeah.
Cobra, talk for a little bit.
Yeah. So 50 seconds left. Origin Gaming, they kind of need everything to go right for them here. And I think what Esports, this is such like, it feels like a veteran win. It feels like just like, all right, if the amount of control that they have for a team that has done so well. Again, this Origin gaming squad, they beat both Trash Esports and Team Ignis here, but Ducky will get one and puts the deficit at 1. We have a little bit of life here for this Origin Gaming squad. What a move.
It's a great flick just to cut that over to the side and ensure that the flip gets them still in front of the ball so they can either take the 50 or continue pushing it into the net. It's a beautiful job for certain, and the perfect sweep is now gone. So I want to congratulate you for ruining that beforehand.
Yep.
2 for 2 on the Caster Cruises tonight. And we're going to see Pokey just completely rock that off the top of a car. But what Esports going to hold on to possession still is Ducky G looking for a second touch. Pass to the midfield. Pokey just completely removes the shooter, though. So it's going to get field. Brody has the luckiest spawn of his life. Actually spawns on the side that the ball is going to. Pokey looking for something. It's a massive pitch. Look at Taco Stash catch up to this one. No, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be a sweep in favor of What Esports.
Yeah. What a match here, and Wet Esports continuing their reign of dominance. They have not dropped a series for 2 circuits, and you're really kind of looking at this one thinking that Origin Gaming might be up to snuff here, but the vets here of Wet Esports, the champions, defending their title and just defending their status here. They're going to put them down.
Yeah, it's not really surprising to me, of course, that What Esports, the veteran win, as you said, coming out. And speaking of veterans, we got Brody in the lobby with us. Brody, congrats on the win. How are you doing tonight, brother?
I'm doing very well tonight. Thank you.
All right, you just had a wonderful series there. This Origin Gaming 2 squad, they've had a lot of talk about their play style and how it could be, confusing, frustrating for teams. That you seem to handle it fairly well. What is your take on their playstyle, and how did you guys kind of adjust to it here?
Well, they seem to be a very ball chasey team, but I have Taco Stash 84 on my team, so it kind of just negates that,
That definitely looked like it, yeah.
Yeah, that's completely fair. Obviously, we talked a lot about kind of Origin's playstyle. We kind of knew what we were getting out of you guys coming into it. As a team, though, when you're kind of looking at somebody that's that ball chasey, y'all's defensive rotations were stellar. Y'all were not really caught out by anything that was like awkward, or they're sending to and getting a weird pinch somewhere. Your rotations remained just completely great. And is that just a testament to your communication, the fact y'all have been together mostly as a team for so long? Of course, missing one of your starters tonight, but still able to pull it out.
Well, I'd say yes. I mean, I like to think that I let Obama chase as much as he wants, considering we haven't played that much with him. So we kind of just built the rotation around him, letting him do his thing.
Absolutely. So as you kind of go through in your building time, again, this is a retooled kind of roster from the previous circuit. What is your goals in terms of your play style, in terms of where you want to be, or what kind of team you want to be known as throughout this circuit?
Well, I'd say we want to be known as the most aggressive team in this circuit, and I'd say so far we have done that.
And you could even argue that it'd be proper aggression instead of ball chasing. There is 2 separate things there. Y'all's decisions on when to send the third men in rotation, or I guess the third person in rotation, if we want to be pronoun neutral here. It was stellar. Y'all know when to commit. Y'all know when one is going to be back on time, and it's just worked out phenomenally. So I just want to congratulate you on your super clean play tonight, because at no point did it feel like you guys, even though all 3 games had 0-0 stretches minus game 3, it didn't seem like y'all were out of control of the possession or kind of the pace of the game at all.
Yeah, we felt that way as well. We were just handling whatever they threw at us, and we were like, we can score eventually. Let's just keep it up.
Yeah, absolutely. The patient play showing out on the field as well. Now let's cast your eyes to the future here. Is there any team that you feel like will give you a real run here? Is there any team that you're, maybe keeping your eye on, that you have circled maybe on your schedule as a team that you really want to play or really think, could give you some trouble?
The only team that I think will give us trouble is Origin, the number one squad, I suppose.
Yeah.
They're all really, really good at the video game.
That seems to be a prerequisite for being invited to the IGL Invitationals, being pretty good at the video game. So I wouldn't discount yourselves, of course, in that. But Lemon Puppy has been playing the game for a long time, and he's been playing it well. So
Yeah, Lemon Puppy's, one of the old guard, but I'd say the best player on that team is definitely Resident. He's the one to watch out for.
that's a fair shout. It always helps to have that veteran presence occasionally, but I appreciate the insight and everything that you've done for us. I'm going to throw it to you, Cobra. You got one more question for the beautiful man, the 3-0 champion of the night.
Yeah, so now this is kind of like a baited question, but do you guys think you're going to lose any games in this Swiss play?
Yeah, it's a great question. There's a chance, but honestly, no.
See, that is what we like to hear. We like to hear the confidence, and I will put players on the spot, but I appreciate you being a good sport about it. Brody from Wet Esports, congratulations on the win. Hope you enjoy the rest of your night, man.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks, Brody.
All right.
Cobra.
Well,
It's been a night, brother. It's been a night.
it has been a night, and we have seen some great games. I really am excited to see how a few of these kind of go forth in this Swiss style. Obviously, we'll get the schedule a little bit later this week in terms of who will be playing next Tuesday and Thursday. But very excited. Really great games. And that is it for us. We have no more Rocket League for you guys. So it'll be the end of the stream. Again, my name is Cobra. Viz right next to me. Viz, any final words for the people?
Yeah, as always, I got to give a shout out to the producer, the man behind the sticks in the background, Musa. I want to thank you for doing what you do. And I want to thank IGL for having me on tonight. It's been a pleasure getting to cast with you guys, especially you, Cobra, for the first time. Felt the camaraderie. I felt the love from the community tonight. So I'm really hoping that we can just go out and continue to make this a thing and continue to make it hype for, of course, the viewers at home who get to watch these awesome teams go at it every week.
Yeah, absolutely. Another shout out to League OS. Again, they're the ones that have really powered this summer invitational. They help us in order to make these casts as and streams as wonderful as possible. So shout out to them. That'll be it for tonight. Stick around if we are doing a raid. I believe we are, but make sure you go stick around, show some support for the stream that we're going to go see, and we will see you guys next week on Tuesday for some more week 3 action.